guys, shh. If you're in the conversation, you're having live conversation real time. If you're on the outside for the first wave, you'll be tweeting your thoughts, and because this conversation will probably be very charged, we're going to use the hashtag today for the conversation, hashtag #race. If you want to copy and paste that phrase right there for you, you can drop it onto your tweets as you go along. You can join the conversation, you can mention people, but I ask you to stay silent on this side of the class while they have their discussion circle.
The Twitter project was a new program where students engaged with other students both in class and on the social media site Twitter, where hashtags and posts were used as educational tools to start conversations and find topics to use for their essay at the end of the project.
How did any of the other tweets help you with your own project on Huck Finn?
I feel that it got me to really consider some stuff I wouldn't have considered otherwise. Like, I mean, obviously when people are reading books, they're gonna want to focus on the stuff that clicks with them the most. But if you want to talk most about, like, for example, like Huck Nature, and like the rest of the class wants to talk about something different, then it really like makes you broaden the scope of what you're thinking about in regards to the book. And that's really helpful, especially when it comes to like understanding like the greater picture of a text. I mean, often like you want to focus on the stuff that makes most sense to you, but that's not always going to be what's all important.
Good. So, Lynn, what has the Twitter assignment been like for you when you did your nightly homework?
I thought that I was able to take part in a conversation with all of my classmates, not from just my period class, but from the third period class as well. And I feel that we were able to use hashtags and that could group stuff into different categories so that when we would write our essay at the end of the unit, we were able to take all of our notes from all our classmates and put them together and formulate an essay, not just with our own notes, but with other people's notes as well.
What I really loved about the Twitter experiment was how it was able to connect students outside of the classroom. When I go home as a teacher, I don't know who's going to like be able to get the reading done at what time. But using Twitter, just be able to like check my phone every an hour a night, and I can just pop in and see that students are reading and they're interacting with the text. They're asking each other questions about stuff. They're noticing things that I may not have noticed, and they're able to connect with one another, which has really been great.
Was there anything about using Twitter that taught you something about the nature of student discussions that we have in class?
That's a really good question. I think that you guys are smarter than we give you credit for as teachers, and a lot of times we force you to speak school speak, and that kills some of the creativity and kills some of the engagement. By letting students talk to one another and talk about a book in their casual language, they were able to engage with the text more authentically, I think. And then they were able to take those conversations and really springboard right back into class. We never lost any time when we got into class. We were able to pick up, and everyone came into class knowing something they wanted to talk about, or having someone else in class they had talked to last night. And that was really fascinating for me to see.